Hello, welcome to another video. Going to be continuing on my not my Odin's, my GoTube project, which I started just yesterday. So the point of this project is basically I want a uh, to streamline the way I upload videos and maybe consume videos off YouTube. Um, so I've got this idea that we'll have like this example directory is kind of what it'll be. So I'm going to use Fuse mount, so Fuse file system for Linux, or file system in user space, I think it means. At the moment, this is going to be Linux only. But yeah, basically, when you mount it, it can be either static or dynamic, whatever you want to do with it. You can basically do a file system in user space. Cool. So here we have this example directory, and it has a studio. So we'll focus on the studio part first. I might just take a very quick pause and fill up my water, but I'll be back in like a minute. 1 minute later. Cool. Get comfy again. So yeah, we're gonna focus only on the studio for now. And in the studio directory, we're gonna have a few directories. And in each one, so say videos, we're gonna have like a list of all the videos that we have. And what I might do is do this minus LA. And we can see here that we have dots in front of some, so that's going to signify private videos, so private uploads. And the analytics folders are going to have, I don't know what in it yet. I didn't decide anything last episode, but gosh, might have been a blip in the video there, sorry. So in playlists, we can also have a similar thing. So we've got the names of all the playlists, and we also have like a hidden project. And in here, I think this one I linked, we can see that in here that the videos are actually just links to a video in the videos directory, if that kind of makes sense. And so the idea is that I can just kind of copy a video into like either into a playlist or into the videos folder, and it will kick off some logic that will basically do the upload for me and put it in the right playlist and set up all the links and whatnot. And if I just copy it from the videos to the video to the playlist, it should just do a link and be instantaneous. Uh, just kind of stuff like that. And I'll probably get analytics where I can. So where we got last time was actually I ended on a kind of bug. Couldn't quite work out how to use Golang. I remembered how to use Golang, but yeah, I had to run off for a lunch. Sorry. I actually had like a bit more time than I thought, but that's just how it is. So what I've done is I basically got it so we have a actual mount point done, and here we have a studio, and here we have say analytics, but it's not implemented at the moment. So it'll kind of say to that effect. The playlist actually takes a bit longer to list, and that is because it is currently getting all the playlists. So if we look here, we can see that call. Say if we like clear this and do it again, we can see like this call is the one. If I scroll up a little, so we get like a playlist chunk. It's got like some stuff. It should have a snippet, which we'll look at, and it should have an ID, which is there, and the snippet is printed next. So this will say which channel it is, which is just always going to be my channel because the call is mine. And it should have a title, so it's got a title there of GoTube, and it's also got a description, but I just have all my descriptions empty. I'm not quite sure why. That is getting the playlist, so I can get the playlist names. And so what I thought I'll do this episode is basically get the playlist folders implemented, so we can list a directory, see all the folders. But if we like kind of try and go to one, so that actually calls a different method. So I guess I will talk a bit about use logic. If we bump up this and enhance, so what we have here, I've done like a couple of helper things, and I should split this out. So it's getting a bit big. What is it, 151? I don't know why I moved my head to try and see that. Yeah, 151. I've got a little thing there hiding hiding that half of the screen, not half, quadrant, not even a quadrant. So what happens is when you kind of mount a file system or like create a node, it will call this on add. So if you have like down here, I've set certain things to be on adders. And that basically means you can do things kind of statically. So here we can see that we make a studio root child and just add it, and eventually we'll also have like a consumer root and do that. And then this get header, need to think more about that, but because there might be other stuff I need to think about and do and whatnot. But then if you want dynamic file systems, which is what's going to happen once we get into that, videos and playlists and analytics, going to change every time we read it. We have two different methods. We've got readdir, which that is what happens when you just like list a directory to see what files are in it, and that returns like a dir stream. So that's one of them. And then we also have this lookup, which is what happens when you look up a specific name by a string, and that will return a pointer to the inode. So with file systems like normal file systems that you can see in a file system tree, you kind of see it as like a path, basically a string path. Whereas in the lower level file system layer, I don't think I've actually taught file systems on my channel at all, but here I am talking about file systems. So in file systems, you actually have inodes instead of like a path, and the reason is because your inodes can be stored wherever they want, and you can also have two different paths pointing to the same inode, and you can like move an inode between directories, and it kind of just makes things a lot quicker to do the underlying stuff that actually makes the file system work. And I mean, Fuse isn't doing a lot of the work. It's doing some of the work, but underneath there's stuff in the kernel that is doing stuff. And so how I'm getting this YouTube stuff. So this YouTube service is just a like helper function, which is basically calling the main function of the quick start for the YouTube API, minus printing out all the stuff. So it basically does all the stuff to do authentication. Eventually, I'll move that into a place by itself, but at the moment, it's just how it is. So what we do is we get the service and we'll panic if we can't. Potentially shouldn't panic because that means that we don't have this unmount ever happen. I need to find a good way to have something run on exit. It kind of sounds like Go just doesn't do that. Like it can only do panic and fatal, which will exit then and there, and it doesn't have an exit type thing because it kind of breaks safety. So what I've done is I get the service and I pass the service in as part of each of the structures. I was actually trying to just get it using the context, um, which it just wasn't working. Well, it was working for all the on ads. So like this context, if we wrap it around to include service, it could get found in this function here on the next on ad. But even though the same context was passed to these inodes, the lookup and redo the context did not have it in. So instead, I've just done it this way, and it feels clean. So where I want to go to is I have shown a this is using like the API Explorer, and we can see I'm trying to see kind of what fields I might need. So we we get like this entry. So this is like kind of one entry. In fact, like, can we can probably do something. So one thing I see from this is like we need to make sure that we get all of the things. But here you have your thing. Your snippet is actually what you kind of need. So I've asked for snippet content details, player, and status, and that comes from like the docs that are underneath this thing here. And so the snippet contains the title, and the status contains privacy status, which we need to know if we want to have a dot. So, in here, I kind of want to see how Dirstream works first. So, this, if we look at, so like read dir, node reader probably tell us something. List of strings pretty much. Must be deterministic. Hopefully I can. So I guess we want to pass this type thing. Yeah, so we can create this, but can we? So we kind of need to have a what I might do is just go to the code base, and there's probably an example for a dynamic type thing. Like maybe statfs, that sounds maybe like it does some statistics. Nah, that just is doing some stuff there. Um, well, I can search for reader in this repo by the code. Ah, I'm not signed in. I should just sign in on this account. Well, no, what I have done in the past is just do this. Yeah. We'll go back here and we'll go here. So this is in the Go views. So if we want to search for something that uses reader and like example, nothing uses an example. What? I love it. Right. New Union FS kind of uses it. New Union FS. So this uses a reader. Right. So how does this do it? We need like a return. So new list dir stream. Does that? New list. Are we on a good branch there? We're there, but we probably want to. That's not what I want to do. Oh, I wonder if that screwed up the video. I don't think it would have. Yeah, so we probably want to be on something like go.mod 2.5.1. Check the switch to the 2.5.1. Get tag. Oh, we can't switch to tags. That's not what I wanted. I wanted that. Then just check out. And yep, I'm happy with that. And now if we do like an AG, AG this, and was there actually anything in example? No, there wasn't, but there was all of this. So we want to do something like this and reader. Right, so still need FS. So it's called dir stream, and it returns a new list dir stream, but that just doesn't exist, and I'm not in the right place. I'm in. Yeah, I'm in the fuse package. How did I get here? get me to the FS package. Yeah, this is what we want. New list is change. I feel like this is what I've already looked at before. So what is result? The dir entry. Right, so we do just have to do this, and the dir entry is meant to have an inode, but we just don't give it the inode. I'm happy with that. Cool. So that means that with all of these items, we also wanted to go here and status, I think, was the one that I decided I wanted. Snippet and status, not status, status. And we can just see that that works as expected. If we go here, then go here, then go here, then go here, we just do that search. Cool, so this should have a bunch of things. Status, so we can see the privacy status in all of them. Right, so we probably want to have a response like that. And what did that need to be? It needed to be a fuse dir entry, but a fuse dot dir 3, and we want to make however much it is. Do we know how much it is? What I might do is just do a log f len of response dot items, just because I know that it should be 26. Doesn't like something there. Before that. Cool. Can't use that. That is because that. I'm happy with that, but we can do something like that. And maybe go here and put a just for now. Right, at the end, we're going to be returning new list stream. fs new list stream and pass it to the ret and something else. And just 0 for it being fine. This ret should be entries. Cool. So if we do this, we should get a response is just a bunch of things. And it says 5, so we only have 5 playlists. I guess I'm working in the playlist call at the moment, so what I could do is do the same in videos. But here we have well, actually no, this says yeah, I should have. Yeah, I wonder why it's this and dot privacy. I think it was. Where am I looking? Privacy status. Status. So do that. Do that and do a print. Right, so it has 5 things to the public and 1 that's unlisted. I feel now I need to look at this YouTube package. So we had a service and we're looking at our playlist and we are doing a list on that. So we get playlist call. And so what we can do like fancy things maybe. Max results. Maybe if I do that. Max results. Where am I looking? And you just want int. And what happens if we just give you a 0? So we're setting the URL parameters for max results. So what does max results do? Default value is 5, so that's kind of what we got. I wonder what happens if we do 0. We get 0. Do we have like a Golang? And what are we meant to be passing here? Not this one. We are meant to be passing a int64 max int64. I mean, I can find it out, but I wonder if there's just a constant. We do have a mix. Math. Max is 64. Yeah, so this is what we want. And yeah, it does that. Cool. So if we do math dot max max in 64, do that, and we'll need to include math. Has been a while since we've done go FNG, and we'll put that in the right place. Cool, so now we should get a bit better result on the list. Head and max 50. So we do kind of need to do a pagination. This could be what we want, and we can, because that's like we're passing in a function to call on every page. But if we just did this do, we get this response, and can we like get the next response from that next? So we have a next page token, which we then use. Hit. Yeah, I'll do it. Right, so while we have results, so we want to just do like a big loop. And what do we want to do here? We want to if we get a, so when we do the do, we got a next page token. Next token is I don't know if I need the plus there. I mean, I just stack overflowed it. Response dot this thing, and I think if response dot this thing equals no, then break. We do like inline stuff like that. We cannot find that. Then we just do what about that? Right, so we don't have that. If it equals that, maybe. That's not right. That's right. Do we not use math? We don't use it anymore. And entries we don't use. We do use it. We want entries to be more defined down there. Rest is C plus B, and because I wonder if, alright, that does not crap out. Come on. They'll all go to user mounts view mounts. Right, but what do we have in this? So next token, it does give you something. What do we have like? I don't know. So the response has a number, has items. Next page totals the page info. I think I want to look at. We never actually updated the call. So what we want to do is on each one we do next page token, and that's going to be response dot next page token. And is that what we wanted? So in this we had a just page token. D2P, and then we want to do that do again, and probably crap out if they are already defined. Otherwise, we go and do the whole thing again. But this the first entry, we have a what was it called? We have page info. So maybe I want to go log.run if page info and give that a percent plus b and response dot page info like that, because that will that page info gives you like the number of pages. Cool. So that got to there, and it took a bit of time, but that's right. So total results we know is 26. So let's get that out. Yeah, total. So this is going to be response dot page info dot total results. So this entries so in this, was this the one? No, there was um 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 yeah, this new union FS that had something. What do we want? We want render. So this did 2 times the length of names. but it's only adding number of names, but then it does add like just the end. So I think I just need to do names, but let's go back to the gosh, we here the dir entry. Yeah, I feel like we just need just the number of things. So this just needs to be total. Get rid of that one. We can probably get rid of that. We can probably get rid of that. Probably get rid of that. This whole thing here. Cool. So in here we can. We need to make the name. So we're just going to append the result. A new fuse.dir entry. So in here we just have entries equals end of entries, and we want to do what fuse.dir entry was it? Dir entry, and that's going to have a little square bracket, and we're going to have name and mode, name and mode, and yeah, then we just need to do that, and we'll need this to be playlist dot title. We can probably see what we're looking at in this. So we get a do, we get a playlist response, we get a playlist. This playlist has a status, and the status has, no, not the status, it has a snippet, and the snippet has a title. So playlist snippet title. Snippet dot title and our mode. So the mode of this thing they just did mode wherever they set that. Where do they set this mode? Oh, it's just part of names. Cool. But I guess uh, the dir entry, which this one does. Sorry, I'm jumping over the show. The mode just has to be like a UN. All right. Do we get like some examples of other modes? Or is this just like the 755? So mode, here we go. But like that one's fuse.s. I think I want these nodes. And here we will just have that. Do something like that. So we get all the things. And yeah, so I guess the name, this is actually going to be playlist dot come on, snippet dot title And if playlist dot status dot privacy status, I might just do not equal public. So if that's the case, then we want to like prepend name. So name's probably going to be name equal and I don't know, go lang um detonate strings because that's kind of what I'm doing. That's not even the one. We can just do plus. All right, simplest and best. Oh, but not the best. I think I'll just do the plus. You do kind of want to think of efficiency, but do that. So if it is that is hidden, so do that. Otherwise, keep on going, and at the end, we can probably just return that. And I'm hoping that when we do the ls, it will right. So we don't have something. 102. So when we're up here, what don't we have? Unexpected new line. Missing comma. Do we need a comma there as well? And this we just need to close off that. I mean, it said that's what I needed. Cool. So now if we do this ls, it will take a bit of time thinking. But yeah, it gets like everything it needs, and it's got like a bunch of stuff. It hasn't added the dot to everything, and I guess yeah, all the uh, yeah, I don't know. It hasn't done the dot next to things. So I kind of want to do like print here just to see that it's doing stuff. Oh, I can see why it didn't do it. Because here we need to do main actually do the one we did. So now if we do the ls, it shouldn't show all the random ones that I don't need. It will still print that kind of function. Sure why it gets this IO error. Maybe because it can't get the other ones. But you can see here it doesn't have like a bunch. And if we do minus LA, it should show uh, things with a dot. So all of these modes are not right. And I think that's because this mode just tells it it's a directory. But then in the actual lookup, we need to give it the inode to say what it is, and then it can populate these things. But yeah, we can see that it has dots in front of things, and it's doing some weird things with the will this select tab completion work? I don't know. Yeah, it kind of works. Yeah, it's kind of weird that it double quotes that one, but then single quotes this one, then has to do like weird escapes. At least be weird. Cool. So that is basically redone for that. So what I might do is maybe are we doing things then? That took like ages to kind of think about doing things for YouTube. Cool. So I think this just as is can probably get staged. This computer is like going slow. Is it because we have this? Is this what is like running hot? Are we running hot? Um, what's up first? Just the FFmpeg? I'll call it that. Cool. So now we've staged it. We can. It's still just saying. Yeah. So every time it Vim's trying to like read stuff. Um, cool. So add reader for playlists. Cool. And I don't know if we do something like that. Oh no. Want that one? Yeah, and then that. Cool. So that should be pushed up there. So it will have reader, but it will not have the lookup. So the lookup will need a bit more thinking because it will probably need to have like its own uh, like root node thing that we have here, because when it does redirectory and lookups, it needs to work out links and whatnot, which will be a bit different. But I think I will leave it here. I think this is going enough to kind of see uh, uh, kind of see that it is doing things, and like if we kind of have a look at things, it can be like, yep, it's doing things right. And I'm happy with that. Like, this is good progress. It does take a little time. We are relying on basically API, and potentially, uh, like, I actually think that it could be quicker, and maybe I'll just try it now. It could be quicker to actually do call equals call dot max results and chuck in total there, and then do this call dot do. And do stuff like that. Um, do, and yeah, that looks all good. Um, and this might be like heaps quicker. Boom, yeah, look at that. So before I was getting five and getting five and getting five and getting five, and I had like 26, so I gotta do that 6 times, and that's like 6 HTTP requests going back and forth. Whereas now I've basically made it two, and that is it kind of could speed it up maybe more by doing this and like just not giving any cares about checking again. We can get rid of this log thing. And do that again, and boom, we'll be like real snappy. Still got to do the thing, but yeah. Um, uh, I don't know, like what went on there. I want to go here. I want to close that just before I do things. Then go here, then go here, then like maybe go here. And yeah, like let's do all that, then create a commit, and speed up reader by getting all at once. So you still have to do like two commits, but that is all good. And right, so I guess yeah, the next step will just be doing this for pretty much everything else, and then what eventually you'll get down to the file level, and then the file level will have to do something a bit different. But I guess for now, that's probably enough for me. I'm getting a wee bit tired from talking for an hour, and I'm happy with the progress. I might make more changes off stream just to tidy things up to make things look a bit nicer. And I may make heaps of progress, who knows? But if you're interested, stick around, subscribe and whatnot. Let me know if you like it, and I'll see you next time. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, I do actually have this up on my GitHub, github.com/admin and this is gotube. You might have seen me pushing, but yeah, I've got this here. The I'll probably expand the thing there, and this will get tidied up. But yeah, feel free to have a play around and let me know what you like and if you'd like to see more. And but for now, see ya and have a great day.